We got Chad the Terran versus Ace. Random. In the bottom right corner, we got the Red Terran, otherwise known as Chad. And in the top left, we got the Blue Protoss, known as Ace. Alright, so we got a PvT here on Abyssal Reef. This map is kind of cool. Has all these little things. It's got fish. So, Red's doing some scouting. And oh, his SCV gets demolished. Gets zapped by the probes. He got probed. And oh, he's walling off over here. What is he doing? He's trying to hide something. He's got a factory on the way. I'm back at home on the Protoss base. Ace is going for 2 gateways with the cyber core. Gateway research on the way. Warp gate. Alright. Looks like our Terran friend is going on with Ace. 2 starports. What is he up to? They're trying to hide him back here. And a tech lab on that barracks. Where is he researching? Got a widow mine coming out here. He looks like he's up to no good. Oh, he's got 2 tech labs coming up on these starports. Meanwhile, back at home, the Protoss has expanded. He's got a Nexus on the way and 2 Stalkers out. And here comes the Robo. So we got 4 Stalkers heading across the map. Let us follow those. See what is up with these Stalkers. They're stalking him. They're just hanging out. Waiting. Oh, here they go. They're on the move. What are they gonna see? Oh, Widow Mine. That's what they found. But he did get some crucial information that the Terran has not expanded. So what kind of shenanigans is he up to? Oh, what is this? We've got 6 Vikings heading up to the top part of the map. Meanwhile, Ace is defenseless. He's got a bunch of probes here with no defenses. And meanwhile, these Vikings go into what mode is this? Assault mode. And they pretty much wrecked all the workers and the Nexus here. Ace looks to be on the back foot in a precarious situation. Meanwhile, these Vikings are back in flight mode. Meanwhile, Ace got 6 Stalkers and an Immortal out, along with a little Observer. Meanwhile, back at home, the Red Terran has expanded. He's got a planetary fortress coming up here, along with 2 refineries. Let's check the worker count. 27 workers, or 24 workers, 27 army supply for Ace. 33 workers and 25 for the Red Terran. So it would appear as if Chad, our Terran friend, is ahead at the moment. But let's see what happens here. Alright, Ace continued to crank out the Stalkers. He's got another Immortal and a couple sentries. He's reestablished his Nexus. He's still behind on workers. Let's check the workers lost tab. Units lost. Ace has lost 21 units. Wow, 2375 resources. Wow. And he's behind. And here comes the assault mode again. But this time, Ace is ready for it. He's got his units chase him away. But they still probably killed off some more workers. She's still down 20 workers. What can Ace do? Ace is really on the back foot here. But what is this? He's got pylons to the north and the south, along with some adepts. Oh, he's gonna try to make some noise with these adepts, huh? Alright. Oh, they've already shaded over. And what are these adepts doing to the south? I should say to the west. Oh, now they're shading into the mineral line, but oh no, there's a planetary fortress here that's gonna just wreck them. Oh, here come the other ones too. They're all getting wrecked by the planetary fortress. Probably should have targeted these workers because the depths are no match for a planetary fortress. Didn't even take it down to half. Alright. Let's check the worker count. 33 to 40. Meanwhile, the Terran is investing in battle cruisers and Terran ship weapons. And another planetary fortress over here. But in the meantime, here comes Ace down the left side. Let's follow this army. Oh, he's attacking these battle cruisers. He's got his Guardian shield up. He's going to take out those battle cruisers. Now he's going to move on to the other side. He's got some Marines. Now he's going to take out... The workers are frantically repairing. Oh, he backs off. And another battle cruiser comes out and pushes him away. Oh, but what is this? Ace brings a warp prism in to the high ground and warps in some adepts and stalkers and takes out that cord so he can't make any more battle cruisers. Oh, look, here comes the observer, so he can now see. And he continues to warp in stalkers, taking out widow mines and battle cruisers. That's the last battle cruiser, folks. It looks like Ace has turned the tables. 35 workers to 24. Ace has turned the tables. Now he's blinked down to the low ground. He's attacking the planetary fortress. But Red is not repairing. It's gonna go down. It's in flames. There go the workers to the other command center, the third. But Ace is relentless. Oh, he blinks back up to the high ground. And GG is called by Chad. Ace with the good game. Good game. Let's look at the final units lost. Wow, Ace really came back. 12,288 resources lost. 35 to 15, just like that. Ace turns the table. GG. Alright, let's look at the next replay. Ace and Carlos. 14 minutes. A TVT. And we have in the bottom right Carlos, the Red Terran. Carlos Z with the picture of the dinosaur, whatever that is. Scary looking dinosaur. In the top left we have the Blue Terran, Ace with the cheese logo. Alright, so we got a TVT here. Ace walling off on his natural. And now he's got a barracks coming up. Meanwhile, we see the Red Terran is Carlos making a barracks and a workers. Pretty standard opening. It's going for 2 barracks. Ace still working on the first barracks. Oh, Carlos going for 3 barracks. And he's got 1 gas. Carlos is up by 3 workers. Ace coming up with an expansion and a factory. And he's got a Reaper out. But he's not coming up. Oh, he's making a reactor. This looks like a mech opening, folks. Factory is coming. They're going to switch the factory with the barracks. Bring out some aliens, possibly, or some or cyclones. Let's see what it will be. Ace, aliens, it is. Oh, he's making a tech lab. He's gonna swap these to get it. Yes, he's going to put the starport on the tech lab. And what is he gonna make? What's it gonna be, folks? Will it be a Viking? Oh, it's going to be a Viking. Oh, Carlos was defeated. Must have been a disconnect. And that's the game, folks. Alright, battle on the Boardwalk AI. Now we got a 3v3 here. Black Site 2E. Alright, let's take a look at this. We got a Protoss Terran and a Protoss versus a random Terran and a Terran. Ace with the wild card random pick. Gonna be a 3v3 on Black Site 2E. Alright. Our red Protoss is Ace. On the same team is a red Terran. It is Pee-wee. And Roberto is the final Terran. And on the other side we got We Hug, the blue Terran. Plus Fatapia, the blue Protoss. Followed by Kerpaw, the blue Protoss. So, I got 2 Protosses and a Terran. Versus 2 Terrans and a Protoss. Kind of like mirror images. Looks like Ace has got some scouting with his pro. Meanwhile, the Terran is walling off his ramp. It's a nice little wall here. It's got 2 barracks with reactors making Marines. Looks like our blue Terran is expanding, but he has not converted his command center into into a orbital. The Fatapia is expanding. Looks like he's expanded twice. And our blue Protoss has expanded to his pocket expand. But here comes some stalkers from Ace. Let's see what he can get done. And here's the production tab of everyone. Check the worker count. Alright, here come the stalkers. They are in Blue's base. They are wrecking his workers. We hug. The stalkers are not hugging. They are killing. And they are not being nice about it. And here comes some more Reapers. And he doesn't lift off. He just lets it die. And meanwhile, Ace is coming over here. Picking off some more workers. What is happening? Weedhog is losing his entire mineral line. Doing nothing. Nobody is helping him. What is going to happen here? Marines coming one by one to die. Meanwhile, none of his other partners. Oh, he's expanding here. Just gonna give up that base, huh? Oh, here comes finally some Marines from Roberto. Oh, this is Ace's team. He's coming in to help finish these guys off. Alright, so looks like Ace got some more stalkers and right now they are attacking Quitapia. This looks like a whitewash. But look, Kerpal has so many stalkers. Can he hold here? Meanwhile, this tank is shelling away at Roberto. Kerpal. And it looks like Quitapia has tapped out. But Hug is still active. He is still hugging. Wow, just down to Kerpaw. Hug has left the game. Look at all these warp gates. Kerpaw, not giving up easily. I will not go gently into that good night, he says. Look at all these stalkers he just warped in. How many? 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 gateways. And he's got 2 forges. Hey, he's got 2-1-2 upgrades on these units. Look at this. Hey, he's coming in with some zealots that get just fried. Here comes Roberto with some units. Let's see what they can do. Oh! These stalkers just totally smashed all of Roberto's units. 2-1-2 is pretty substantial upgrades. Core ball hanging out. Meanwhile, back at home, Ace. He's got some gateways up, 5, 8, 11 gateways himself. Ace got some zealots and some stalkers coming out here with 1 immortal. And Kerpaw is moving out. Let us see what is going to happen here. He is skirting around the sides so they don't see him. There he comes. Oh, takes out an immortal. He's going for Ace and base. Ace of base. Base of base. He's getting completely wrecked. What kind of response? Oh, here comes Ace and Seaweed coming here to shut this down. But those stalkers are tough. These stalkers don't want to die. He's got the battle cruisers. They finally clean it up, but Ace loses his base and depowers his gateways. In the meantime, oh, but look at this. Ace coming up with the warp prism and some stalkers to take out this base. And the Marines, Roberto coming in here with this. Banshees. And that is the game. Kerpal taps out. There you have it. GG is called. Okay, we got a Protoss versus a random on Odyssey. In the top right corner, and it is the red Protoss Ace. In the bottom right corner, the blue Protoss. He is called Nigga in Paris. Now with 2 gateways. Meanwhile, back at home, and he's sending out a scout. Could this be a pylon or a cannon rush? Ace with 2 gateways chases away that probe. He's coming out with a cyber core. Cyber core on the way for Nigga in Paris. Not a PC name, I must say. Alright. Ace's cyber core has done. He started his warp gate research. He's got 22 workers, 215. And Ace starts and expand. As does Nigga in Paris. Both players wisely put a pylon on the edge of their base. To prevent sneaky warp-ins. Ace has scouted, sending his probe back home. Ace. He's got a Twilight Council. I'm warping in a robo. Nigga in Paris this is warp gate research key. Now he's got a robo, a Stargate, and a Twilight Council. But he is short on workers. 5 workers down. Let's see what's going to happen here, folks. Ace going for 2 shield batteries in his mineral line to protect his workers. He's finished warp gate research as well. Art has an immortal ready to go, standing guard near the front. Meanwhile, Nigga in Paris is warping in stalkers. Check the worker count. 34 for Ace, 23 for Nigga. Either player attacking the other. But Nigga has a Oracle out. He's going to try to... Did he take out any workers? He did take out 7 in spite of those shield batteries. Alright, 850 units. But Ace is still up workers. Ace has a forge. And some stalkers and immortals. And a couple sentries, 3 sentries. And Ace just worked into some more stalkers. He's got 10 stalkers, 2 mortals, and a warp prism. Where is that warp prism? Oh, it's over here. Ace has just warped in 4 of zealots. And he's got another immortal. So he left one behind. Researching zealot speed is Ace. Alright. And here he comes. He's attacking. He's attacking the other base, pushing him back. Ace is relentless. Using the Guardian Shield, but the Immortals are too strong. Because Immortals never die. He's attacking with Zealots with speed. Charge Zealots. And that is a GG. Nigga and Paris has tapped out. Alright, let's go to the next game. A 2v2. If you have a microphone, you can hold down the tilde key. Alright. Here we have a 2v2. And the red team, bottom left, it's Alphasari. His partner, the blue Terran, Ace. And the blue team, the blue Terran, Forget. We won't forget you. Unless you suck. He's walling off. And his partner, it is just saying, Jason. Alright, so we got 2 Terrans versus a Terran and a Protoss. And the Protoss is chrono boosting out some zealots. And he's going for another gateway. Meanwhile, Ace, it's got a barracks with a reactor pumping out some Marines to cover his front. Whoa. Forget is making some turrets, a ring of turrets around his base. Pumping out the Marines. He's got 2 more barracks down in the low ground. With tech pile. Researching stim pack and a reactor. He's got a factory and a starport, making 1 dropship medevac. Now he's making another reactor, got a missile turret, and another tech lab. And he's got a reactor on this factory down here, and another starport. Wow, this guy is got 4 turrets. He's protected well against a drop. And looks like he is thinking of loading up for his Marines and 2 medevacs and heading out. He is going to drop at the 5:30 mark. He is moving out. And what is this? Ace coming up with a Liberator, trying to sneak on by. But he's in for a rude surprise. 4 turrets waiting for him. Meanwhile, This drop is doing some damage. Ace was caught with his pants down. He's not defending well. This guy world mine. Marines are going ham. He's not lifting. He's not repairing. This could be too late. The command center blows up in flames. Ice is getting shreked. He's not defending as well. He's got tanks coming out. He's got SAVs charging. And he finally takes out. The damage has been done. As Forget leaves. Meanwhile, Alpha Ceri has managed to produce what looks like he might have gotten dropped as well. Let's see if we can rewind this. Let's see what happened. While Ace was getting dropped, what happened to his partner? Just saying, the drop's on the other side. There's a double drop. This looks like this game is over. However, Alpha Ceri did not lose his base like Ace did. Ace is remaking. Meanwhile, the Blue Terrans are building up their army and they're moving out, going for the kill. They're not messing around. 1-0 upgrades. He's just moving up this ramp, taking out turrets like they're nothing. I made of paper mache. He is spinning into this base, taking down everything in its path. He's got 4 cyclones. Along with that, Marine. Alpha Ceri GG's and has left the game. Now here comes the other guy. It's just saying. That is quite a force. Marines with Cyclone. That's quite some firepower. And here comes Ford dropping on Ace. And it looks like Ace is about to pop out. GG. There is no GG. Ace just rage quits. H has left the game. Alright. We got another 2v2 here. Seeds of Ire. We got a random and a Protoss versus a Zerg. It's a Zerg. 2 Zergs. Alright, in the red corner we got a Red Terran Ace. His partner is the red Protoss Monty. And on the other side we got... Oh, they might Zergling rush, says Moth Monty. KK, says Ace. Are you going land or air, says Moth Monty. In the meantime, the blue Zergs are Hell Disciple with Coal Cluster. They are going for expand first, followed by a pool. Alright. Protoss is going for photon cannons for defense. Ace is building a barracks with a reactor and expanding. Here comes an overlord. Let's see what's up. Both Zergs have Zerglings out. Looks like 8 or so. And it looks like they're droning up. Now about a boost on the way for Hell's Disciple. Worker count, like the Zergs with 27 workers. Void Rays coming out from the red Protoss, and he's expanded. Ace coming out with Marines and Hellions. Looks like Coal Cluster is sending a changeling to try to spy on the Terran base. It's just a globule until it gets close, and then it assumes the identity. And then it... Oh, but it's spotted and eradicated. Ace with a Raven spots the intruder. Alright, we got some Lings coming up here. Here come the Lings. Oh! Ace says... Moth Monty says Zerglings are coming. Why does they all get melted by Ace? Ace's, and another changeling gets melted. Ace's Hellions are moving out. And the Void Rays are taking out Queens and Overlords. And here comes Ace's Hellions. Looks like, oh, he got out a bunch of Mutalisks. Wow. Coal Cluster with the Mutas. Was this his spire? Huh? Red is just attacking aggressively. And the Zerglings. And it looks like Coal Cluster has held. The Mutas and the Roaches have held this push. Now what's going on in the attack? Missile turret pushes him away. He comes around. Runs into a Void Ray. A bunch of Void Rays. And here comes Blue moving out with some more Lings. Trying to get some work done. Trying to take out these rocks. Meanwhile, here comes Ace and company. Moving out with the roaches. Ace coming out with the Banshees, the Cloaked Banshees, and the Vikings in assault mode. And here comes the Void Rays. And he's got two Thors in the back line, just shredding. And now, look at these flamethrowers. These fire bats. Hell bats that have been transformed. They are just flaming. Melting everything in their path. The Thors are taking out the air units and the Overlords. Meanwhile, on the ground, the Hellbats are just burning everything alive. Fun map, says Cold Cluster. Yeah, looks like it could be at Boys and Girls. The Thors taking out the air units. And this army just melts through everything. Well, Monty has thrown in the towel as well. But somehow, this game is not ended. Oh, game is over. GG. Oh, that was a fun one. All right, let's take it to the shrines of Lysol. It's kind of a cool map. We got a Terran and a Zerg versus a Zerg and a random. Let's see who will prevail on the shrines of Lysol. Alright. In the red corner, we have Carlos Serd as the Red Terran. With him as his teammate is the Red Zerg, Barracuda. Watch out for his bite. And on the blue side, we have Kraben, the Blue Zerg, along with a blue Terran known as Ace. Alright, so we got a 2v2 on the Shrines of Lysol. Ace walling off his ramp with a barracks and a supply depot. Kraben is going for a fast pool with the scouting. Ace with the scouting SCV. Barracuda going with the fast pool. And Carlos Serd is walling off as well, building two barracks. He doesn't quite wall off his ramp. Alright, Ace has finished walling off. He's producing Marines. And he's got a factory on the way. And he's already expanded. As has Kraben. However, the two Zergs have not expanded. Or actually, the Red Zerg has not expanded. He's making a roach warren on one base. And an evolution chamber. Maybe some fast roaches. Alright. In the meantime, what is Carlos doing? Making some Marines. Not really producing much of anything. Doing some upgrades. Making an orbital command. Actually, he has expanded. He's expanded twice. Ooh, that's greedy. That could get punished. Alright. He's coming out with a... Oh. Coming out with the Liberator. Let's see what he's going to do with this. He's got a tank and some Marines. And here comes the Liberator. Let's see what it does. It's chilling. It's coming over to the mineral line. Boom, boom, boom. Picking off workers. Marines come, but they get picked off one by one. It looks like Ace has shut down mining. All the workers came to the second base though. But the Liberator stays. Meanwhile, back on the map, Ace Marines doing a jig at the front. Supply depot is blocking these Marines from moving out. He's coming up with... He's got some medevacs and tanks. Coming out with 2 more barracks. He's researching STEM and infantry weapons. Oh, he's not researched STEM yet. Now he's got STEM and combat shield underway, and he moves out. Plus 1 Marines and 4 tanks. 4 medevacs. Ace is looking to end this game. This looks like a strong push. Meanwhile, Gray Beans, Needleless are tracking this base. Ace, content to hang out by the watchtower. Zalaga Tower. What is he waiting for? Is he waiting for Stim to finish? Stim is almost done. He sieges up near the entrance. Oh, and these Marines just get totally shreked. Oh no, he sees this space over here and he's taking out workers. He's stimming. He's stutter stepping. Now he's moving up the ramp. Red doesn't appear to be reacting. Neither does his partner, Barracuda. They're just losing their base. Here comes some more workers by Ace. Marines in a line. And here comes the rest of his army. And the medevacs are healing up the units. Now they stem to the final base. Oh, stutter step. Look at this. Folks, this is a shellacking. And meanwhile, Craybean comes and takes out... Oh, and there it is. Carlos Sur has not rebuilt their base. Barracuda has left the game. GG. What a complete stomping and cornhole by the blue team. Alright, that was an exciting game. We'll be right back, folks. Alright folks, we're back in action. Ready to go on to our next exciting match. On the Seeds of Ire. We got a Protoss and a Terran versus a random player and a Terran, Leviathan and Ace versus John Galt. Alright, in the red corner we have John Galt, the Protoss, alongside Ace, the Terran. You too, close you. GLHF says Ace, you too, close you, says Leviathan. And on the top side, the blue team, we have Leviathan and Ace. The red team, John Galt and Robert HR. So, we got a Terran and a Protoss versus two Terrans. Alright, let's see what this goes. The Terran and the Protoss are walling off. Supply depots. Gateway and the barracks. Meanwhile, Leviathan coming out with the Reaper. Let's see what this guy can do. He finds a probe. He kills the probe. He's going for more. Oh, the probes are chasing. Oh, he gets another probe. Oh! He gets ended by a photon cannon. So much for the life of that Reaper. You reap what you sow. Alright, let's check the worker count. Looks like the blue team has a slight advantage. Leviathan with the 25, Ace with the 23, Robert HR 22, followed by John Galt with 24. Alright, so looks like Leviathan's going for a starport, Ace going for tanks and turrets. Oh, fleet beacon underway for John Galt. Going for a fleet beacon. Back here in the corner. What can he be making? Oh, and he is assembling, Robert HR is assembling Marines at the front. Alright, looks like an attack is brewing here. Leviathan is expanding. Bringing his units out to the front here. Ace is chilling in his base. Ace is now joining Leviathan on the front. Sieging up their tanks, protecting their ramps. Oh! Ow! Robert HR just runs his Marines up to the front lines where they are obliterated by force. I'd hate to be a Marine in this company. Oh, that looked painful. Alright, meanwhile, we have a Liberator doing some work. Robert HR. Oh, he's got a mothership. And the mothership. And a carrier takes out the Liberator. Let's check the units lost tab. Oh, 53 units lost by Robert HR. Ouch. But he is continuing to press on with his upgrades. +1 infantry armor and weapons. Not to be deterred. Check the unit count. Oh, he is down to 13 workers. Robert HR. In the meantime, looks like Ace is working on combat shields and stim pack. Leviathan working on cloaking field for his Banshees. They are assembling quite. Ace says ready. He moves out without waiting for an answer. Almost, says Leviathan. Ace pauses at the Zelnaga watchtower. They definitely have a worker lead. 53 to 40 and 14. Let's look at the army supply. And here the battle comes. The Terran is taking out the mothership. And the carriers are gone. That was quite a battle. Let's go back and look at that battle. The forces are assembled. And it looks like the mothership was target fired, as are the carriers. So Ace with some good target fire down. Taking out carriers. And he also has a Thor and 2 Vikings. Meanwhile, Leviathan's tanks just shredded everything. And here comes some more units from Ace. Just pumping out the units and upgrades, going for his 2-2. And meanwhile, Leviathan with his Banshees that he's just relentlessly punishing this Robert H.R., who is down to 4 workers at this point. Ace pushing in with his army. Tanks. Your tanks just wrecking everything. He sends up the ramp. He's got 1-1. He's pushing on in. He target fires the last of the carriers. And there's the mothership that comes out. Target fire down. It looks like the game is over. John Galt has won the game. John Galt was defeated. Robert H.R. was defeated. The blue team is victorious. GG. Alright, our next game is Battle on the Boardwalk against Juke. The Protoss versus Ace Random. Battle on the Boardwalk. This looks exciting. In the top right corner, we have the red Protoss. It is Juke. And the blue Zerg is Ace. So, we got a PvZ on Battle of the Boardwalk. Kind of a cool map. There's like this boardwalk that goes all the way around, connecting both sides. Kind of a cool map. In the middle here you got these little bitty ramps that lead into each of the other's base with a watchtower on each side. So Ace going for the fast pull and expand. Meanwhile, Juke going for the Gateway Forge. Here comes the Overlord. See what's up. Overlord says, hey, what's up? I'm gonna fun hang out. And here comes the first proton cannon. And here's some Lings. Instead of taking out the cannon, they just run by. Start taking out workers. Let's see. Oh, 6 down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 workers lost. Versus 4 Zerglings. Now the Overlords shoot away. Another cannon. Here comes some more Zerglings that just run in and die. Alright. We got a cyber core coming up. Meanwhile, Ace coming up with a Roach Warren and Lair on the way. The worker counts. Ace up by 9 workers. Continue to pump out the workers. Putting down a spore crawler and a spine crawler. I got 2 Eero chambers. And Zergling speed is done. And a lot of Protoss is coming up with another gateway. We have Stalker and the Zealot putting down another photon cannon. Spending all his resources. Oh! This Overlord flies right over photon cannon. He's just taken down. Alright, Ace hanging out with some Zerglings near the front of his base. Working on some Roach speed, Zerg missile attacks, and Carapace. And 2 more Overlords. The Protoss working on ground armor and a Twilight Council. And he set up shop over here. 3 Zealots, 2 sockets. And he's expanding. So far so good. And Ace taking the 3rd base. And now he's got some roaches. The roaches have arrived. The roaches are moving out. Ace is assembling near the opponent's watchtower. He's got an overseer with him. Alright, let's see if he will go for the attack. What is he waiting for? And here he comes. The roaches are melting. Really good against photon cannon. This base is going down. That roach speed really makes them attack. Will Ace wait for reinforcements? Oh, he doesn't. He just shoots up the ramp. They get stuck on the ramp, but he moves them all up. And now he's in the base. He's taking out photon cannons. They're made of butter. And Duke keeps putting out more photon cannons. As if that will help him survive in the midst of this Zerg onslaught. The Zerglings taking out the Nexus. The photon cannon goes down. Another photon cannon. GG is called by Juke. That is the game. Ace is victorious. The Zerg has overrun the Protoss. Alright, the next match we have is a PvP on Blackpink. Interesting map. Game B East Protoss versus Ace Random. In the bottom left, we have the red Protoss Game B East. And in the top corner, the blue Protoss, it is Ace. Alright, so PvP on this Blackpink map. Kinda cool. It's neon outlines. That was pretty cool. Game B East is walling off his ramp with a pylon and a gateway. And he is fast expanding. Meanwhile, Ace coming out with two gateways and a cyber core. So this ramp leads down here to this base, and then you got another ramp that you could wall off here. Not hard to take a third though. B East has a shield battery protecting his, but he already has almost a fully saturated second. He is up by 9 workers, 25 to 34. It has a definite advantage. Ace brings the stalkers up, but it could be a little bit too late. Too late. As Game B East already has 2 stalkers and he marks with 4 more. Now 6 versus 4. And Ace has to turn tail. Now he's just behind. Ace coming out with a Immortal. 2 more gateways and Twilight Council. Game B East researching Blink and +1 ground weapons. Ace weaponing 2 more gateways and 2 shield batteries. Game B East send out some stalkers. They get pushed back. Ace has got 2 shield batteries protecting his nexus. But the worker count now is 22. Ace is further behind. Too much focus on. And Game B East has already expanded to another base. 51 workers to 35 now. Ace is falling farther and farther behind. Ace coming out with a warp prison. See what he can get done here. Ace is down army supply 40 to 37 and workers 57 to 42. Not look good for the blue team. 40 top out workers. Units. Red has 28 stalkers to 12 for blue. Blue is getting some zealots, but it looks like red is comfortably in the army supply and the worker lead. Ace warping in some robotics bay. And it looks like Game B East has already got a disruptor. Massive army here. With 34 stalkers now. This looks like a unstoppable army. The warp prison is moving out. Ace coming in with some zealots. Look at that. Shield battery just healing that photon cannon up. Just deflected those zealots like they weren't even there. Meanwhile, Ace hanging out at the watchtower. Still down on army supply and worker count is 20 now. This looks like Red is content to sit back, wait for Ace to attack him, and then demolish his army, and then counterattack. Prison launches a disruptor. How much? Killed 11 workers. Ace with a disruptor. Ace coming in, making his move. Flanking in. Killing the base. Meanwhile, here comes the superior army. Oh, and the disruptors are just killing everything. And it looks like Red cleans up that army pretty quickly. And who do we have here? Supernova, the dancing naked lady. And he tries to weapon some workers, but some zealots, but they get quickly mopped up. Meanwhile, here comes the Horde Protoss army. This is about to end. And we have Supernova watching on dancing. And here comes the army, and that's it. Ace Rage Quits has left the game. Good game by Red. Alright. Neon Violet Square. Let's check this out. We got a Terran Kaiser Ale versus Ace Random on Neon Violet Square. This looks like kind of a cool map. In the top left corner we have the Red Terran. It is Kaiser Ale. GLHF says Ace. And in the bottom right corner we have the blue Protoss Ace. GL says Kaiser Ale. Alright, so here we have this interesting map. Kind of resembles Blackpink. There is a lot of area to drop behind the bases for liberators and such. This will be interesting to see how the players play this out. Ace going for 2 gateways. Kaiser Ale going for the wall off on the ramp. Got 2 barracks. Factory coming on the way for Kaiser Ale. And he continues to pump out Marines one at a time from the 2 barracks. Ace has expanded, as has Kaiser Ale. A scan is put down. Not sure why he scanned that early. Ace coming out with another gateway and a robo. And Kaiser has a bunker. Nice defensive position here. Coming out with some Hellions. I wonder if he knows that he can put tech labs and reactors on your buildings. Because so far he is not. Comes another starport. And Ace is moving out with his 4 stalkers. Oh, check this out. And he pushed back. Alright, Ace is gonna hang out outside his base. It's kind of cool, this little grid. This map is pretty cool. Ace decides to back up to his base, to Stalkers, and keep them local. Kaiser has a planetary fortress on his side. In the meantime, he's researching cloaking field for his banshees. So this should be interesting. Ace has one photon cannon protecting his mineral line. And he's making more photon cannons than is natural. But only one in his main. When I come back to Huckton, only time will tell. Meanwhile, Kaiser exploring his ramp to see if Ace is up to anything. Ace has moved to the third expansion with his army. And Kaiser is also expanding. Looks like Ace forgot that he had a pocket expand in the back. He's researching charge and ground armor, as well as getting a disruptor. And what do we have here? Oh, a hallucinated phoenix. Going through to see what is up. And we got the banshees have arrived. 6 of them, wreaking havoc. And Ace's base pylons go down. I have some Ace come back to the bunker. Taking out pylons and repowering stargates. Here comes the Stalkers. And here comes the Observer. He cleans up all the Stalkers, or the but at what cost? Ace has lost 42 units at the cost of 3,925. Whereas Terran has only lost 19 units. Ace coming up. Oh, SUV just passes by this warp prism, just hanging out here. Meanwhile, here comes Ace moving out. He says it's time to attack. But little does he know, Kaiser has a siege tank sieged at his front, along with tons of Marines. Now he has 3 siege tanks. And 2 battle cruisers. And oh, look at this. Ace coming up with the warp prism. Warping in some zealots. Coming in the back door. Ah, Ace could have just blinked up there. But he still would have had to deal with this planetary. This is a tough defense to break here. The zealots were a nice distraction, but he's got 2 planetaries. He needs like some void rays or something to break this. It just doesn't have a big enough army here. Another hallucinated phoenix. More Starkles are warped in. Now, shades, depths with shade might be good to shade up here. Take the initial fire and then blink these Stalkers, take out these tanks, and then let the disruptors. Ace is just sitting outside his base. Meanwhile, Red's putting up another base down here in the bottom left. Ace trying to get some work done with that warp prison. But zealots are no match for a planetary fortress. Meanwhile, we now have 7 battle cruisers. And he takes out the warp prison. What the hell? Let's go for it. And his army is completely wiped out. Units lost 74, and now he does the warp. And Ace decides to leave the game. Kaiser does the time warp. Tactical jump into Ace's main. And Ace has had enough after he destroyed his army. He was very patient. He waited. Alright, let's try Ascension to Ire. We got Hyper Player Zerg versus Ace of Protoss. On Ascension to Ire. Alright. In our bottom right, our red Zerg is Hyper Player. And the top left, our Protoss opponent is Ace. Alright, so we got a ZVP on Ascension to Ire. And Ace is walling off at the front. And the Zerg is sending out a drone. Hyper Player. Ace with the Cyber Core. Oh, look at this. Hyper Player. Putting the hatchery in the back corner of Ace's base. Will Ace find it in time? 2 gateways on the way. Here comes an Adept. Meanwhile, that hatchery is almost done. Interesting animation. And let's now he sees it. He finally sees it. He sends some Adepts up the ramp to deal with this. Probably should be taking this spine crawler out. A queen pop. He takes that out. Hyper Player has 3 roaches and a spine crawler. Ace coming out with a forge, charge, and an immortal. That should help take out these roaches. Mortars are good versus roaches. Meanwhile, another spine crawler down. He's really trying to push into Ace's base. He's got a photon cannon on the way. Alright. He's got 5 charge slots and an immortal. Luckily that photon cannon stopped the advance. Ace puts the photon cannon in the front because he doesn't want to get counterattacked. Here comes the charge lots. Ace is going for it. That Immortal is doing work. Here comes some more charge lots. They're just tearing through these Zerg units. Nice hold by Ace. Alright, he cleans up those units. The creep is receding. Ace researching resonating glaives and +1 attack, grand weapons, and here comes the warp prison. Aha, putting pylons around the edge of his base so he doesn't get surprised again. Alright, warping in some zealots. Here comes. Is he ready to move out? He's got zealots and immortals. Meanwhile, back on the farm, Hyper Player is expanding, but pretty far behind on the worker and armory supply. 38 down, 20 workers. He's coming out with a spire though. Researching hive. That should give him an advantage. Ace better move out here before he doesn't have much to stop Nudis except for these cannons. Warp gate is finally finished. He's got cannons ringing his base, so that should help protect him from the mutas. And looks like now he's moving out. Ace is moving out with his zealot force. Zealot immortals. With +1. Oh! He decides to warp in some more zealots. Alright. That is a lot of zealots. 27 zealots. And here he comes. Whoa, look at those zealots just tear up the Zerg base. But they can't. Oh, Hyper Player taps out. He's defeated. And Ace is victorious. That is cheese gone stale. That was a failed attempt at a hatch rush. All right. Gonna pause this real quick. Alright boys, we're back. Ready for our PvP on Odyssey. We got Ace versus Blade. Protoss versus Protoss. This guy looks like he's a diamond player. In the top left corner, we have the red Protoss. His name is Ace. In the bottom right, we have the blue Protoss. His name is Blade. Not sure what this is. Pretty cool looking though. Alright, we got a PvP coming at ya. What Blade's going for? Gateway. 2 gas right off the bat. He's got the cool looking probes. Not sure what kind of skin that is, but it's pretty cool looking. Alright. Meanwhile, Ace coming out with 2 gateways and a cyber core, as well as 2 gas. Cyber core coming on the way for Blade. He is chrono boosting out 2 stalkers. Ace coming out with 2 stalkers as well. Cool looking stalkers. Blade has expanded. Ace on 1 base. We're not with a robo though. Worker supply is about even, but Blue Blade has a slight. He's got 4 stalkers. Ace has 4 stalkers as well. Ace is chrono boosting out a immortal. Oh, he comes across with his stalkers and runs into 7 stalkers. He says, oh, thank you very much. Oh, we got 2 observers. But Ace's observer is too far forward. So Ace pushes back the attack. The Immortals help him hold. Plus he has 2. He also has 2 sentries to offer Guardian Shield. Guardian Shield making such a huge difference. And Ace is moving out. What does Blue have? He's warping in Zealots. That was pretty smart. As well as his 2 shields here. And Blade is moving back across the map. And he's got a cool looking immortal there. Ace does not have any more immortals. Ace is holding on. He needs more immortals. coming out with a Robo Bay. And Blade's researching Blink, +1 armor and +1 weapons. Ace is also, looks like Blade will finish Blink and +1 weapons before Ace. Oh, he's got 3 mortals now. Oh, the Disruptor just gets obliterated. Ace trying to warp in units, but the Immortals are too much. And Ace was defeated. That was a pretty close match. But yeah, Blade just had too many workers. He was able to hold the push from Ace. Looked like Ace was going to win when he came up here. Maybe should have gone for the third. But yeah, Blade had too much of an economic advantage by that point. So yeah, turned out the Immortals were the difference. It's a good game. Alright, we got a TVP here on Odyssey between Gyro and Ace. Gyro? Actually, Gyro's random. Ace is the Protoss. In the bottom right corner, we have the red Terran. It is Gyro with the Protoss logo. In the top left corner, we have the blue Protoss. It is Ace. So, TVP on Odyssey. Ace falling off, I think, because his opponent was random and he does not know what he is yet. But he sees now that he is Terran. Ace expanding. Gyro is pumping out, queuing up Marines out of a single barracks. Oh, now he's making a factory and another barracks. But still no orbital command. And now he goes for it. Worker count. It blews up about 3 workers. Coming out with an adept. Two more gateways and a robo. Sarah has 3 barracks, all with tech labs, and a factory with a tech lab, and a ghost academy. Interesting. Meanwhile, Ace is quietly building up. He now has a 13 worker lead. Warp gate research is finished. And he has an observer out, which will help him spot those ghosts, wherever they may be. And a nuke is being armed. Oh! The ghost is pushed back. Ace is moving across the map. Blue is trying to expand. The ghost has been revealed. Ghost has died. Now, looks like our Terran friend is about to die. A nuclear reactor. No ghost power. And Gyro was defeated. Ace is victorious. So that was interesting. That ghost, thank God for that observer, or he would not have spotted. Alright, got a TVP now on Odyssey. Camise versus Ace. Terran versus Protoss. In the bottom right corner, we have the red Terran named Camise. GLHF, you too. Ace says, you again? Camise says, yes. Ace says, was that a cheese opening? Camise says, was supposed to be. Okay, so apparently these two have played before, and Camise used the cheese opening that Ace has not seen before. And the top left, the blue Protoss, his name is Ace. Ace coming out with 2 gateways. With the barracks and factory start. Pretty standard. And a tech lab. That barracks. Cybercore on the way. Almost finished. And 2 stalkers coming out. And work research. Pretty standard opening. The robo being warped in. Alright, Ace heading across with 4 stalkers. See what they can accomplish. Meanwhile, Camise is building up like a... building up units like crazy back home, but he doesn't have... He's building buildings, production, but he doesn't have any units to defend this push by Ace. Let's see what Ace will do. Does not have a... Decides to back off. And a Liberator. And a Widow Mine on the ramp. And Ace doing a little micro in with the stalkers. And here comes an Immortal. Oh, and he has a Observer. So, Ace with the worker lead, another Mortal is out already. Not many stalkers out. Oh, now he's got 6 gateways. Researching +1 and Link. This Liberator keeps sieging up with nothing. And here come the sentries. Ace also needs a warp prism. Here it comes to help him warp in reinforcements. Oh, he walked right on top of that Widow Mine. Oh, that was a fatal mistake by Ace. And here comes Camise with the double drop. Do not know if this is going to work. What did those Ace's warp prism is pushed back? He's got a planetary fortress. Oh! He finds an opening. Warps in some stalkers. And Camise was defeated. Where did those... Oh man, he just forgot about his medevacs. Alright, so Ace is victorious. The warp prism snuck in behind. Alright, here we go. Camise and Ace again. Terran versus Protoss. This is the first time these two played, so... Oh, a neon violet square. So Camise must have done something cheesy here. Alright, the top left corner we have Camise, the red Terran. And the bottom right, it is Ace, the blue Protoss. Alright, neon velvet violet. This is a pretty cool map. So Camise going for a wall off at his front with the barracks. Although that is a very skinny ramp. Ace going for the 2 gateways, cyber. Armory and a factory and a starport. Interesting tech layout. Ace has expanded. He's moving across, shading across with adepts. Oh, a Thor drop. This is interesting. Thor is really doing some work. Deep powers. Just killing units. That's nice. And finally, the Immortal takes care of it. Let's look at the workers lost. 35 units lost. Holy cow. Wow. Ace is down to 8 workers. Can he come back from this, folks? 31 to 8. And now he comes with Liberator. Boy, he is really not giving Ace a break here. Camise. Doing some work. Can Ace come back from this? 31 to 6. Well, that door just completely wrecked. And here comes another one. See if Ace can handle this one. Oh no, here comes the Thor again. Wow, this opening is pretty devastating. Ace is down to 5 workers. I think it's about time to tap out here. There's no coming back from this one, folks. Camise is too far ahead. And now he's coming up with these 4 medevacs full of Marines and tanks, and Ace taps out. Wow, that was a cool opening. He really did some damage with that Thor drop. Alright. Let us look at this one. Dr. Dro, Terran versus Zerg. Battle on the boardwalk. Alright, we got in the top left corner we got the red Terran Dr. Dro, and in the top right we got the blue Zerg. It is Ace. Alright, we got this cool boardwalk map again. It goes all the way around. Pretty cool map. Dr. Dro says true, Ace says GLHF, Dr. Dro says true. Whatever that means. Alright, Ace coming out with a pool first, followed by an extractor. Meanwhile, Dr. Dro coming out with a barracks, followed by 2 gases. Overlord coming in, seeing what's up. Ace has expanded. Looks like twice. It's got 2 hatches. It's got the gold base on the boardwalk. And a natural. So double expand by Ace. Speed is on the way. We got 6 Zerglings hanging out. Queen is on the way. Another queen. Overlord hanging out, checking the. Alright, speed is finished. We got more Zerglings at the other watchtower. Both watchtowers are controlled by Ace. And here come the Zerglings. They're taking out the expansion. And the Marines clean them up. And more Zerglings are coming in. Taking out the Marines. Oh, they just barely hold on. Those Zerglings didn't take out the worker building the base though. Alright. So we got 36 workers, 36 drones to 22 SCVs. Ace is coming out with some more Zerglings. We got some Cyclones coming out. And that Overlord will be picked off. And Zerglings coming in strong. Zerglings coming in and doing work. And they will be cleaned up again. Alright, we got +1 melee attack and ground carapace, as well as the roach speed, otherwise known as Gileo Reconstitution. More Zerglings, and here comes Red, going for a push. Can the Zerglings hold? Oh, they just get melted by the Marines. Oh, but the roaches waiting. And more roaches come in to reinforce. With the queens. Hold, nice hold by Ace. And the roaches and more Zerglings. They're moving across the map. Here come the roaches. The roaches with +1 carapace are just too strong. Taking out both Cyclones and Marines. Now it's Zerg Fest. More Zerglings coming in. It looks like this one's over, folks. Bro, chill. Says Dr. Bro, GG, says Ace. That's not even my real base, says Dr. Bro. Ha ha. But Ace, the Zerg Swarm does not care, and it's not cool. Because Ace had overlords on the other parts of the map, and he knew of what he spoke, that it was over. Alright, that was a pretty exciting game. We'll be Alright, so moving right along, let's go to Odyssey. We got a Zerg versus Protoss on this map. Ace with the Zerg versus Loafing Trex Protoss on Odyssey Ladder Edition. Alright. In the top left we have the red Zerg, it is Ace. In the bottom right, the blue Protoss, he is Loafing Trex. So, should be exciting. ZVP. Protoss going for a gateway. Zerg going for a fast hatch first. Hatch extractor into pool. Alright. Oh, Ace going for another triple hatch. Coming out with 6 Zerglings, and metabolic boost is on the way. Meanwhile, the Protoss has got 2 cannons and ground weapons. He has got 4 cannons protecting his base. He is investing a lot of minerals into cannons. Worker count is 30 to 19. Alright, Ace is content to just expand slowly. Alright, layer is on the way. Protoss seems to be loafing here on one base with 4 zealots and 4 cannons. Oh, he's got 3 more, 4 more, 5 more cannons in his main base. Not sure what he is afraid of. He must really not want to be rushed by Zerglings. But it looks like Ace is just sitting back, building up his economy. Got several queens out. He's going for a spire. Ah, he has 5 queens. 49 to 19. Wow. He's banking some minerals though. He needs to be spending those. That is not good to be banking up that many minerals. Look at this supply. 126 supply. He's made a ton of pylons. We only have 32 supply here. Nice overlord placement. And it looks like the mutas are out. He's going for the mutas. 38 to 16 workers. Now we have a crap ton of mutas. And here we go. Here comes the Zerglings from the left side. And the mutas are gonna come in from the top to distract him. Looks like Ace is running these things around just to see what else is on the map here, but all he has is +1 attack here. He's got 5 more mutalisks on the way. Might want to get Carapace upgrade if you're gonna go. Well, he's just building up a crap ton of mutas here. $138 supply to 50. Wow. Well, those wings were certainly shredded. And yeah, the Zealots and the Devs are not good at dealing with mutalisks. This is just a massacre. A muta massacre. And yeah, he had plenty of wings in the front to defend the attack. Meanwhile, these mutas are just going to town, taking out pylons and cannons. That's the thing that I guess like newbie players don't realize, that instead of putting all the resources into static defense, you could be thinking units to defend. The advantage of that is static defense, they can't really, when the opponent has mass units, attacking them one at a time, and static defense really can't do anything. It's just gonna get destroyed. We've wasted all this for nothing, basically. We wasted I'm not sure what this is. The probe. The last hope. Oh, but he has got he's warping in a nexus over here. A probe did escape. And Loke Tree was defeated. So Ace was victorious. He was able to destroy him before he could warp in this nexus. Guess the pylon doesn't count. Alright. That was a mismatch. Lopsided game. Although Ace did float a bunch of minerals there unnecessarily. He had way too many resources that he didn't use right away. Alright, Tom Terran versus Ace. Was Zerg. On Catalyst. This is an interesting map. Tom Terran. Nice alliteration. Alright, the top left we have the red Terran. It is Tom Terran. GLHF U2U2 says Tom Terran. And the bottom right, the blue Zerg, it is Ace. So we got Tom Terran versus Ace the Zerg. Started off with the wall off, pretty standard, followed by 2 refineries. Ace doing the fast expand, followed by extracting the pool. Standard Zerg opening as well. Factory, okay. Tom Terran. this up. Terran Lincoln Tech Lab, followed by Starport. All on base. Not shown. Meanwhile, Ace has triple expanded. It's got 3 hatches. Speed's almost done. Alright. Let's see if Ace runs all these Zerglings to the ramp to get obliterated by this siege tank. Oh, he's morphing them into banelings. That's cute. Wow, these Vikings, wow. Terran is working frantically. Took out the front wall, but that's about it. He's starting to float minerals. Got 90 supply. 27 to 27 workers. Meanwhile, Tom Terran moving out with 3 barracks. Kind of an interesting maneuver with his 6 Vikings. This is the Overlord hunting. This is kind of a weird opening. Getting found with Overlord. He's got the Hydras. And he takes all his Vikings out with Hydras. He's exploding some serious minerals now. Army supply. It is 90 to 65 and workers 48 to 40. I would say the Zerg definitely has the advantage here. Stockpiling Hellions. These Hellions have 2-1. He's really upgrading his Hellions. GG. Oh, good game. Okay. Well, I guess that shows you the power of Hellions in mass. Tom Terran. Alright, our last game is Ace versus Siege on Design. Protoss versus Terran. Battle on the boardwalk. Alright, in our top right corner we have the red Terran, it is Ace. In the top left, our blue Protoss, he is the baby logo dude, Siege on Design. Alright, Siege on Design coming up with the gateway. Followed by a assimilator, Ace walling off his main entrance. Supply depot and a barracks. John coming out with the strat. He's getting the gold. Taking the gold. And he also gets the SCD. Worker locked. Ace has got his expansion coming up. And his factory and starport. Alright, we got some Marines coming out. Wow. Siege on Design. Stalkers out. Got a robo on the way. Boardwalk base. Ace coming out with 2 cyclones and some Marines. And a liberator. John is ready for that liberator. Alright, Ace is coming out with 2 more barracks. Cleaned up with Immortal. He's got 1 Immortal. He's been moving out. See, John Design is trying to end this game. The Ace is prepared. He's got some siege tanks sieged up. Tanks just do a number on the stalkers. Ace researching Vikings. Looks like he's already got stim pack. He's got a 3rd. Nice spread. And it looks like he's trying to warp in some adepts on the backside too. Tries to come in the front, but Ace is prepared. And the adepts shade in again. And here comes this Terran massive army. Boardwalk. Peace out.